What's funny is in the thumbnail I'm holding a southpaw stance when I'm not a southpaw, but I have done enough practice either way to use either side relatively effectively, mostly thanks to Wing Chun and stuff. Anyway, I really wish the monk had a subclass that specialized in grappling, not for movement, but for unique ways to damage and disarm foes. I'm fully aware that there are probably subclasses and classes that do this in other TTRPG systems, and I should just play those. And you're right, I should. But also, how much time do you think I have? Because the answer is not much. I get, and I'm sure it's the same with everyone. I think one of the main reasons that a lot of us stick to D&D is because it's the thing that we have, and the thing that we know, and the thing that we have time for in a world which is constantly demanding more and more time. Anyway, in martial arts, while a huge portion of the damage that you can do in general will be through strikes, a lot of modern day fights, if you look at things like MMA, obviously as shown on UFC and in various other things, some of the most effective techniques aren't strikes. They are locks, they are chokes, they are things like that. And it's hard to represent those, I think, in a game system because you would have to do something like a strength check or a contested athletics check or something akin to those to represent damage. And then how do you represent the damage of an arm being disabled or something like that, right? And I don't think that's easy to do, but also I'm not a game designer. I'm an idiot that talks about things and writes about things for a living. So somebody much smarter than me has probably already figured this out, and I should just find it. But I wish they would do it officially with D&D at some point. I'm hoping that we get a subclass that specializes in basically groundwork with gigantic monsters, because I think it would be incredibly cool. And the monk, while substantially better in 2024, which is last year's edition now, is still tied into mostly punching things. And while you can obviously reflavor that yourself, and I recommend that you do so because it's fun, it would be nice to see more options for more different strikes and ways of attacking, like weapon masteries for your fists and for your feet, or for grapples. Things like that would be really, really cool. I know the open hand monk goes some way to doing some of those things, but most martial artists are capable of striking with more than one thing outside of boxers, and even then you've got several types of punches that they can throw, let alone different areas of the body they can target. And again, that's the same in most of the martial classes, right? But I like the monk the most, which is why I'm talking about it. I just really hope that we get a little more depth in the unarmed combat in D&D at some point in the future. Obviously, in the meantime, I'm likely to just try and homebrew stuff or look for homebrew because, again, there are people much smarter than me out there who've probably already solved this issue. But this is just me kind of putting this out into the world in the vague hope that it happens somehow, magically. Would be nice. Without me having to take on a Warlock patron. I have nothing to give. I'm too tired for that. Anyway, this is a very unscripted rant about why I think I should be able to put someone in a sleeper hold. Why I think my Aarakocra monk should be able to put a dragon in a sleeper hold. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.